Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a habit that you don't even think about? Guys, I've been there. It's easy to do, and once it creeps up, you're stuck. And that's why I was excited to try Fume. It's not another vape. It's not an e-cig. It's not even a nicotine product. This is something different, and it's a simple, satisfying way that you can replace a bad habit. And you can do this without inhaling anything harmful. No smoke, no vapor, no nicotine. This is just natural flavored air that gives you something to reach for, something to fiddle with, without any of the chemicals. I'll tell you guys, a lot of times breaking a habit is not just about willpower. It's about having something better to reach for. And Fume is that alternative. My personal favorite flavor is crisp mint, but there's tons of options. And guys, it's not just about flavor. Fume has a magnetic, fidget-friendly design, and it helps to keep your hands busy while keeping your mind engaged. Guys, right now, if you order the Journey Pack and you use my code Chael, you will get a free Fume topper. Go to tryfume.com/Chael to try yours today. Scan the QR code that I put on the screen or just click on the link below. Well, I take it all back. Last time I spoke to you guys about Amanda and Kayla, I was very accurate. I don't apologize for what I said. It's just I now have new information. And last time I spoke to you guys about Amanda and Kayla, first off, I didn't believe this. I don't think anybody should say that they're back until they enter the pool. Once you enter the drug testing pool, now you can come back. Until you enter, you can't even come back. And so I'm just sharing with you, like, I think that should be the litmus test. Not do you have a contract or do you have an agreement? Have you went to the pool? Which, if you have a contract or an agreement, you have. Okay. Then I also talked to you guys about your false praise for this fight. You pretending how much you want to see Amanda fight Kayla. I just reminded you, you didn't want to see Amanda back when you had her. Amanda doesn't have any live great. She doesn't have any pay-per-view, not even remotely close to a single record, and they number these things all the way to 15. And I'm only sharing for you, her merchandise wasn't moving off the shelf. You didn't want her back when you had her. And you're only pretending that you have her now, which is equal, because she's pretending that she's going to do it again. To my point about she's not in the pool. Nobody in the media should have announced Amanda's back until she entered the pool. And I talked to her tonight, face to face. I gave her a hug. And fighters hug each other different. Like, it would be impossible. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to hug a fighter with the, I gotta grab their arm. I gotta feel them up here on their trap, and when my hands are on their back, I'm feeling their muscles. Like, it's just one of these, it just happens. Sometimes it even ends up in a body lock. And it's a rather humorous thing. Reese Humphrey made a very funny video about, when wrestlers go and grab each other. But when I hugged Amanda, it was like touching a piece of iron. She's training. And Brett Okamoto interviewed Amanda tonight. And he asked her a question. And Brett is the great interviewer in this sport. And Brett said to Amanda, "Did you in fact leave the American Top Team because Kayla joined it?" Now, you guys have heard that. That's been an unsubstantiated rumor for 3 years. But no one's ever confirmed it. Because no one's ever asked Amanda. Brett asked her straight up. She said yes, and she didn't even hesitate. She said, yeah, that's why I left. Now, I have a big question. Those two shared practice time. Those two shared the mat. Kayla didn't know anything. She, knew judo, and judo sucks. Judo doesn't work. At least according to the history of MMA. We've never had a male judoka that won a championship or even fought for a championship. In fact, we've never even had a male judoka that was in a number one contenders match where if they would have won, they would have fought for a championship, right? We'll look at that like a bracket, and I'll tell you, we've never had judo even get to the semifinals. But we've had a couple of girls that have gone out and been able to do it real well. Kayla and Ronda. And So when Kayla enters the American Top Team, she doesn't know much, right? I'm dismissing judo, but I'm just gonna say she doesn't know very much. She knows competition. She knows hard work. She knows goal setting. She knows how to achieve and get what she wants. But the day she comes in, she doesn't know much about the sport. So I quizzed an unnamed coach of the American Top Team yesterday. And I said, you saw him go. You saw those workouts. What happened? Now, I would have to assume like you, I'm assuming that you would assume like me, that it must not have gone very well for Amanda. And the coach said I'm wrong. Said actually Amanda beat her. At the time that they were going, Kayla was much more advanced, and she offered much more resistance to Amanda than Amanda would suspect somebody on their first week of training, their first month of training would do. But then Amanda did still beat her. She just knew this person has tremendous potential. They're in my gym with my teammates and my coaches. And she's openly coming for my belts. Amanda had 2 at the time. So, at one time, there was enough room for both of them. There was enough room for Amanda to just defend at 35. She could have fought Kayla at 45. She could have relinquished at 45. She could have done what Daniel and Kane did and said, this weight class is yours and this weight class is mine. But that's not what a real competitor would do. And that's not what happened here. And Brett asked her straight up, did you leave? Now that's concerning to me. It's concerning to me because when you leave your team and your coaches that got you to the top, it's not wonderful from there. And frankly, in Amanda's last couple of fights, she did not look wonderful. She just got winded. Just for example, she's still the greatest ever, please. She's the world champion. She can handle my criticism, but it was just an observation where I noticed that her lungs and her pace was not under her the same as it was when she was in a structured environment. And now we've got 3 years that have gone by. And not only was she not in a structured environment, you wonder if she's in any environment at all. Did she just sit around for 3 years? Was she busy for 2 of those years? Has she been back for a month? Has she been training for 4 or 5 months? I mean, these are all very reasonable questions, and I can just tell you, after seeing her tonight, after talking to her, after embracing her and grabbing her, she's training. And anything that I thought was not sincere about her coming back to fight Kayla, I take it all back. Amanda's coming back. And if she's not in the pool already, she will be. Because the UFC will call, they will get an agreement done. I predict that they will fight in Las Vegas in December in the main event. That's what I predict for you. So the UFC momentarily will be getting those things together. And once they do get that paperwork in line, that's where the pool and some of these other things come from. So that's just giving you an update and just sharing it from my perspective. But I was able to speak to her. And I was able to touch her. And I was able to listen to her. In my opinion, is very different. Amanda is coming back. And as much as I want to say she got the best of her 3 years ago, but she hasn't done much for 3 years, you could counter that and remind me, 3 years isn't that long. That's not that long ago. So if she was beating her, both those women remember that. Both those women have an idea, or at least what they believe the other feels like. And neither one of them flinched. In fact, they did the opposite. They faced hands and then they shook off. Yeah, close enough. At any rate, welcome back to the GOAT.